everyone knows about my deep hatred towards the UK, but did you actually know that my first international hate was France, not the UK? My company, not that long ago, like 6-7 years ago, sent me there for 3 weeks of training. And man, the frog-eating confidence these people have is unbelievable. I know you're studying French these days, but
careful because there's so many stereotypes, even for the opening, because you know that our today's guest is French, right?
Yeah. Hi, Leo.
Hi.
Yeah, he's the really non-traditional 9-to-5er. He tried his luck in corporate life at the early stages of his life, but no, he quickly realized it was not for him. So he started living like a homeless for a while. He's been jumping from place to place, but he's a very talented artist, and we'll learn more about him, what he does, and the most important question that we usually ask: how do these people end up in Georgia? What are they doing here, and what are their plans, basically?
Good story, yeah.
Right. Hello again.
Hey.
Yeah, you can just briefly introduce yourself, Leo.
Okay, I'll
when did
go
you
then.
start moving to all these countries? And
So what happened to me? I'm Leo, French. I just moved here since 2 months ago. And I recently got a job with Weta Workshop during my trip in New Zealand. And so now I'm a designer with them. Weta is a company responsible for the costume and decor of Avatar and Lord of the Rings. So
beautiful.
I think
That sounds
to
cool.
a lot of people. And so after this opportunity, I got to enjoy the more remote life again, that I can sustain with it.
Yeah, I guess you're one of those classic cases where international professionals find the remote jobs and then they search like, what's the cheapest country where I can go? I know that Georgia is not that cheap, but
it got part of the plan. To be fair, it was many reasons why I came here, but yeah, that was part of.
Tell us about that, the inspiration, because the first time you found out about Georgia.
So it's quite a funny story. I was making a painting for a personal piece, and I got to look for a reference on Pinterest. And what I found was Chantilly Fortress, and I really fell in love.
Chantilly. Just for those who didn't understand it.
Thank you. And so I really fell in love with that fortress and the culture around, and I got to dive deeper inside the story so I can make my painting.
Yeah, it was that quick. You know, some people just operate like this. They saw the painting. Okay, where is this from? Let's move there. That's how easy for some people like this.
Yes, I think when someone says something like that, it's from the movies or from TV shows. But you actually did that. I mean, you saw a painting. Okay, let's do that, and just. How was it in the real life?
I was actually on my way to come back to Europe, so I was visiting a bit Europe first, and then chose Georgia for the Chantilly. I will get the pronunciation eventually. So in real life, it was really incredible. It was the mountain, the snow, the pathway to go there. It was really inspiring, I would say.
Well, we've got it all. I mean, it's a beautiful country. It has other downsides, but beauty is not one of the problems for sure. And since we are on that point about Georgia, you might have noticed that recently we've been begging for sponsors, and somebody found finally. And who best to sponsor us rather than a wine company? Because you see, we're drinking all the time. We're drunk all the time. And so the Wine Delivery G is our new sponsor. They have a wide variety of Georgian wines. I'm not going to start talking about the quality itself and the taste differentiators. And I'm not the most qualified person.
I'm here for that.
For that, we have a French person, and he's gonna say that their wine is better. But we all know that real men drink Georgian wine. No offense.
So true.
But guys, it's the small winning for us, the first step to success, and we finally have a real good sponsor. And this should be the beginning of the
long journey for the
getting
sponsorship.
foot into the door of the bigger sponsors maybe for the future. So cheers to that. Wine Delivery G is our guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Starting from today, you're gonna see it in our descriptions. So please check it out.
We're gonna be drinking all sorts of different wines. They have everything basically, and their delivery is smooth and fast. That was it. So how is it? Yeah, it's an amber.
For a Georgian wine, it's fine.
Okay.
It's a good wine. It's a good wine.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we'll record this then again one more time. Anyways, good that you like it. All right, man. I guess you can go ahead and tell us about your trips around the world, maybe in LA. What were you doing there?
Just from where it started.
It's our story.
When did it start? Exactly.
So we're here for professional reason mostly. So we start with where professionally it started.
Yeah.
Usually you go to schools and you get a job and that's how it starts. Me, I just went 2 years in school in New Age. It's a French school for 3D and video game, this kind of stuff. And I quit it. I realized I just wanted to be an artist. Basically. I didn't want it to be doing film, video game, whatever. So I just quit it and started doing my own journey, sort of. The good way to start that was to just move from France, discover different things. By then, I was doing little gigs here and there. I was doing some little illustration for books or maybe small game. I was doing very, very different things.
So like the freelance stuff.
The freelance stuff, yeah. It was a very small project, but it was fun to get a foot into it, and I really like this kind of opportunity. And I wanted to do more, but I didn't see how to attain that in France. So I went into Ireland to discover it there because there was some game company. I ended up just doing crepes there, as that's why French people are doing in Ireland, I guess.
Were there any of your friends, or you just moved there completely alone?
By myself. I just hear good things about it, and it was close by.
We're always surprised by such comments, but it's pretty common in Europe, especially in Western Europe, that people just start moving around and exploring themselves and such. Yeah. It's so easy to move around.
It was a very quick moment of my life where. Because just after I moved there, I was there for a week or two. My friend from LA, I was in school with, he called me and said, "Oh, there is some jobs there, so you can come." I was young, I was 19. I said, "Okay, yeah, sure."
Wait, I mean, there are some jobs. Isn't that like dangerous? I mean, going to another country, there are some jobs.
I mean, you're 19.
Not even specifically something. That just sounds so. I don't know how to describe that, because that's for some people it might be like courageous than just going.
He's just jealous that we didn't have that.
It might be envy. It might be envy, but
like at 19 we couldn't just make our minds and decide to fly to LA the next day.
But also, I mean, it's already there, so I guess it was easier for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Until I just met him, and the only thing we did was a road trip to Mexico.
Road trip to Mexico from LA.
Yeah, I arrived there. First thing we do, we're not working because there is no work actually right now. So we're just gonna have fun.
How were you guys surviving? Like, what were you doing for a living?
Yeah, I was afraid to ask that. Thanks for asking that. Yeah.
I was bleeding money. I had I had a bit of saving, but on the road everything was expensive.
And it's not like France where they give you money for unemployment, right?
No, I was just by myself. And so after a week or two of road trip, then he just left LA. He was like, "Oh, I have some jobs to do in Switzerland." So I was just by myself.
You moved in Switzerland?
No, I was by myself in LA. I wasn't gonna move with him.
Okay.
So that's where it really started to grind. To look for a client, to call people, and that's where I got some first client, really good client in LA.
Well, was that the time when you were working on Fiverr or just doing designs for people?
I think I didn't really start at Fiverr back then. It was still new, so I was just coding, just using Craigslist. It's very popular there. Trying to find some small gigs here and there. I was designing vapes for Philip Morris. That's one of the job I did.
Again, I mean, on the Craigslist, isn't that suspicious?
It is. Everything is shady.
Why is everything so suspicious to you?
The Craigslist is suspicious, okay? I mean, everyone knows that. But that just can't hit my mind how all that happened. But okay, that's why I'm so curious to hear your story.
Yeah, but everything is also so new and seems so accessible that you just try everything. That's what I was doing. I had to make it because I didn't have money. I was living with 15 people in
How is different, America in general and specifically LA in comparison to European countries where you're from? Do you feel like there are more opportunities? Do you feel like
LA 10 years ago it was not the golden goose, but it was a lot of opportunity compared to France because everyone is trying something. Everyone is an artist.
Oh, okay.
Everyone was a musician, photographer, illustrator, whatever. Something is doing someone. Someone is doing something. So yeah, I could try because everybody was doing it.
And you've been like in so many different places. We're gonna be talking about that, but I'm just curious, like, what's the best place nowadays for an artist in terms of like professional development?
So yeah, I moved a bit, LA, I think, around Europe as well, and more recently Australia and New Zealand. And I say it's really different depending on the person, depending on what you are looking for. If you're trying to be a traditional artist, so which means like just going in the street and doing painting, New Zealand was the best. Very good, welcoming atmosphere. So I think the country really matter for that. Or if you're more like a designer or doing stuff online, then it's really a matter of what you like and where you if you want to do only online, or do you actually want to meet other people that do the same thing and collaborate with them.
And for that kind of thing, it's better Europe or US or
Europe.
Certainly not Georgia, for sure.
Yeah, Georgia doesn't seem right for that. Yeah, you need to be close to your industry.
Yeah, we do tend to underappreciate the artists here. We had some, very famous painters that were kind of homeless before they died, and now they're considered as geniuses. I don't know if you heard about them, but yeah, maybe we can have a discussion separately later about that.
Yeah, I think for that point, being close to the industry, being very close to the people that are doing what you want to do is important. So Europe is nice. If you can be in UK in the cinema and video game, it's quite big there.
In the UK?
Yeah, but after the Brexit, it's much harder for European.
Yeah, that's very true.
So that's a thing. And then different country has different opportunity in different sector.
Right now, is it easier for you to move to the UK or to the US? Like as a European citizen after Brexit? Like I was curious about.
I'm pretty sure it's US. I'm pretty sure it's still better.
The UK kind of fucked itself so hard.
I think you misunderstood the question. I mean, for you, I mean, as a visa.
Yeah, it's easier to go to US.
No, I think you understood me correctly.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the first time I'm hearing this. They made it impossible to even, be an immigrant for the Europeans. But
for a UK
you're
company,
seeing a lot of Asian.
It doesn't make sense to hire a foreigner, or it's very expensive. So you have to be in top league.
Yeah. That brings us to our next question. I know that you've been hustling on Fiverr when it was, in the boom. And just walk us through how it changed after COVID. Doesn't seem to be very attractive anymore.
What is Fiverr?
Fiverr is like the freelancers platform where the kind of where I hire our editors and stuff. Just you post something, your job and remote type of jobs.
Freelance jobs, okay.
And it's a place for designers and artists and stuff like that.
So by the time I didn't understand much about freelancer, what you were supposed to do to find your client and everything. So I use Fiverr. And It was at first it was very difficult. I just started with $5 commission, so I was taking a full day to do the commission, get $5.
Okay.
And then it slowly ramp up to better price, better rate, and eventually I could almost move out from Fiverr with certain client. I was just connecting with Fiverr, and then we were discussing outside. So it was kind of like an advertising platform.
Okay, I understand. So it wasn't really about making commission out of Fiverr. It was mostly about getting clients through Fiverr and then just making money off those clients.
At
right?
first, I really needed the money from Fiverr, but then I got out of it. So I guess at the time it was very practical because every day I had new people reaching to me. It was a good time.
And
then it stopped. Pandemic happened, COVID, and then everybody started doing it, I think. And then, for me.
So would you say that some people are doing the same job for cheaper price right nowadays? Like, can they do the same quality of work that you do on Fiverr for cheaper? Like Indians, Asian countries?
I think so. Maybe, there is pandemic, there is AI. AI is another topic that is also really impacting artists. So I think it's different things like that really got out of hand and took a lot of job from a small artist at the time.
Yeah, would you say? So how else is AI impacting the artist? Like, what do you do as an artist nowadays, not to get left out of the game? I don't know.
It took me a lot of time to figure out that. Actually, no, it's my main way of selling myself. To really say that, I structure myself around something that AI cannot do. Because AI was basically...
And what are those things? I'm very curious. Really. What is that AI still cannot do?
I will say what AI can do and what is the problem. So basically anybody that need illustration for books or for game, now they can just plug it into AI and ask anything for a fraction of the cost.
Okay.
Or some small artist or small prompter. They can just do it for the client for a very, very small cost. So that's what it can do. But it usually uses data that already exists. So drawing and painting that already exist. So it doesn't create anything. It copy, it makes, but it doesn't create. But
wouldn't you say that all these paintings that exist nowadays, were not people doing kind of similar thing that AI is doing right now? We're all doing the copy of the copy of the copy,
is a lot of
quoting
copy,
Fight Club.
But no,
not the copy, but like with small, improvements.
It's true. But then try to do the next video game. Try to do design very original for this video game. A whole IP with the same style and with original design, and then that AI cannot do. AI can only know what exists already and do some mix.
Okay.
It cannot invent stuff that need to be cohesive together, and that doesn't exist.
And you think that you and artists like yourself are doing this kind of thing, like original?
Yeah, I now try to go much deeper into the analysis of my subject. So I will look for what exists in Georgia, in other culture, what has been done and why it has been done. So I don't only look for, I'm going to do a pretty picture. I look at the story and why I do it that way.
Okay, so you want to tell the story through the picture, right?
But can't AI do that if you will give like good prompt to
That's what I was
even
gonna
come
ask.
up with something? For example, with
Like
a
if you
good
tell
prompt.
the whole story, that's what you mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, here's what I want you to draw to me and give this story. And
so you will have
create
to be able to write the story, and then you will have to be able to know what is a good design. So it's already two things that usually art directors do, which is the people that work with me and that ask me to design those elements. So then you have to do that. You have to know what is good image, what is bad image. You have to know how to communicate with your superior or client. And so it's a lot of steps that make AI not very practical because it will give you a version that is maybe close. But what if you want to do a change?
I think I understand what you mean. Do you think that's gonna change also in the near future? Like, do you think it's gonna get there? I mean, the way you're describing, I feel like there's a communication problem with the AI because you as an art director, you need to have a vision and you need to be able to articulate that vision to people that work for you so they understand your vision and they make it alive somehow, like put the story behind it, you know, just kind of I guess your point is how do you make AI understand your vision with just words?
with just words, it's just so hard. And even if it's getting possible, you have to know what is good and bad. What is good? What is taste, good and
right?
not? You need taste, yeah.
Exactly.
Give the best AI to anybody.
He is French.
I could give you the best AI, and you wouldn't do the same thing as me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would agree to that point for sure. And also, another thing is I wouldn't be able to assess what's good and what's bad, right? Because you need to have a vision. And actually, it's funny that we're having these conversations because I have terrible eye for pictures. Like, I'm the classic like somebody who doesn't understand painting art very much. Like the visual arts, I don't like. I cannot tell what's good and what's bad. Like, I'm very amateur, kind of tasteless.
Yeah, it takes practice and study, so
So I was never I was never into visual arts. I'm mostly, I can understand any sort of music. Like that's my thing, Yeah. But when it comes to art, like I don't get it. Well, what are people staring at in the museums and in the? I just don't understand.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's different culture of what you know and what you like. Also, that's all.
But I wish I could, to be honest.
I understand.
Yeah, but we sometimes also make fun of those. Obviously, you watched that French movie. Untouchables is the name. Yeah, where this guy just throws the fucking
the painting on the board, and it's like, I mean, what do you watch here? It's like a nosebleed. Someone
I know it's worth 10,000.
And why would someone pay 30K for that?
And they are paying it. It's all about branding.
Yeah, that's art, but different than the one I do. I do design. That's what you're talking about is art, so it's very subjective.
Oh, okay, got it. So,
yeah, what you're talking about is what kind of emotions do you get when you're watching?
Okay, so you're saying art is subjective, but design is not?
Design is much more based on
science.
Science and it has a direction, it has a purpose usually. So you do design for video game, for cinema. If you want to build a real structure, there will be design. So it's much more based on practical aspect. Even if it look good, it has a meaning behind.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand what you just said.
Even if you do a pretty video game, it will be based on stuff that exists and that makes sense to make it relatable. And like if you go to Assassin's Creed, something like that, and you will look into real reference of what an assassin will look like and what are the landscape will look like.
Yeah.
To make everything coherent.
Oh, okay, I understand. So it still should be understandable and to be related to that era from where it was coming and so on. You will not start creating actually something rather than...
If you don't use actual knowledge and information from the past, then it's just a rumble, like a mess.
I think I'm getting right now. So when you have a reference to kind of, not to say copy, but when you have something that you can use already to create something, it's not really invention. So it's mostly designing it.
There are people that say, inventing or art is just two reference, like reference A plus reference B, and then you create something out of it. And so, it sort of makes sense. So when you just throw paint on
So it's not about
canvas.
making copy, it's about stealing something. Creating copy is lame, but stealing something is cool.
It's not about cool. It just makes sense. It just different purpose.
No,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, before we started, you said something legendary in the message,
Legendary.
which was
I
that
don't remember.
What
I
did
got
say?
to pose naked to survive. Please, can you explain that to us?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So-
he also said something like he didn't want to kind of, obviously we're talking about anything here. So he said that it wasn't for survival, but because of art or interest or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
you,
we both know that it was a business decision.
I don't know how Georgian people are with that. Maybe more conservative than French.
Oh,
or
we'll tell you how
European.
conservative this country is for sure.
But for me, at the time, it was just very.
So it happened in Poland, right?
Yes, I was traveling there during my time in Europe, and yeah, I just got to do modeling. At the time, it was more for fun and discovery than actual survival.
so no one forced you, right? Just blink if
was
if
his
if
decision.
someone forced you, because we can call to the.
Come on, you're an artist. You're,
so it
you're
was
like
voluntarily.
20
He just wanted to show
20-something.
off his body, I guess. Like he's in good shape. I wouldn't look at my body in my worst nightmare, to be honest.
That was how many years ago?
I was 22, maybe.
Yeah, good age. Good
yeah.
age,
Oh
right?
yeah, by then I also had smoking body. Come on,
yeah,
Jesus.
good body, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's something I should have been doing instead of, I don't know.
Instead of 95.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a good way to get to meet people in a closer way, let's say.
But okay, I don't want to take this the wrong way,
I
but
didn't-
what does that
I
mean?
think it was just about modeling, about giving back too.
And you
because,
mentioned that it was mostly men who were painting you, right?
men and women, it was both.
Do you feel comfortable in the same room getting naked?
It was
in front
Yeah,
of
yeah,
men?
that was my question. I mean, how does it feel to?
It was my first time to be fair, so it took a bit of time to get acclimated and natural. But
So did it make you very comfortable or something?
No, I mean, even if you say
you're
that,
never
it's-
comfortable doing that.
even if you say it's for the purpose of the art or it's just a job or something, I wouldn't believe that it's
think
not
it was kind
not
of exploring.
uncomfortable.
It
yeah.
takes some
So-
time, but I will say that also once you start really posing as an artist, like as a model, it gets really intense because you have to keep the pose for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're Robert California, because he never gets uncomfortable. He's one
So
of the
that's
best.
more a sport than actually.
Yeah, it's like to keep the
demonstration.
same exact posture, right?
Yeah.
And if you move a bit, then the painting messes up or something?
Yeah, that's not good for the artist. So you want to be professional.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting, really. It's not an easy job, I would assume.
yeah, to stand into the one pose for, well, I mean, for how long you?
You start by 1 minute, maybe like quick one, and then you ramp up to the 10, 15 minute. And those ones, they start, it doesn't seem like it, but 15 minutes staying in pause, it's
It's really hard.
really
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
I would say so. And as for how conservative this country is, even though it's changing time after time, 5-10 years ago, I believe somebody just took a picture of in one of the most traditional areas of Georgia in the mountains. It's called Svaneti. You should check it out, by the way. It's
Funny,
probably-
I want to go there, yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful.
list.
It's really beautiful. And just some guy took a picture of him being naked, and not naked, like he was closing his
Oh, just like
genitals,
that,
but
okay.
it was just a picture, you know. And he put it in his socials, and the next day we see this guy kind of as a hostage in the car with some of people, some of the locals in
Really?
Svaneti, and they're telling, okay, so this guy now is going to apologize for disrespecting our area.
Wow, that's
And
dangerous.
he's sitting
That's how
there scared.
conservative we are.
Was he Georgian?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funny. He was Georgian, but he was moving around, like
okay.
not the most traditional Georgian. So he did that one picture that kind of cost him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's why
nothing
you're
happened to him.
So surprised.
Thank God, nothing happened. But
except kidnapping.
Except kidnapping.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean,
scaring him to death.
Usual Friday kidnapping someone. So
I mean, you can feel in the video that he's scared to death. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, apologies, guys. I didn't know that I should have done this." So yeah, be careful with your arts in this country.
Wow, so there is no naturist place here.
No, what? Sorry,
naturist.
Naturist,
like place where people can just go naked outside.
Oh, nudist kind of place. Oh,
nudist.
yeah. I don't. No, no. First time I saw something like that was in Spain. I think just women without bra and stuff. No, we don't have those places here.
All right.
You're allowed to be naked just once when you're born. Okay, because I mean that's.
Oh, we do have
crazy.
Kind of naked men running around time after time when they're super drunk, kind of abusing people and stuff.
Oh, okay, so that's not the same thing. Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that video, like when the guy is outside the casino or something, just naked, and when the casino is burning. Have you seen that video? Okay, I'll send it to you.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Even though this country is considered pretty artistic, maybe not as progressive as some of the European countries.
I was trying to look for live drawing session here in Tbilisi and couldn't find any.
Live what? Sorry?
Live drawing, it's called.
Live drawing
when
session.
You actually pose. When there is a model
and
artists are drawing.
No, I mean, my question is, did that give you any new insights about yourself that you are also able to do such type of things?
Yeah. I think at that age it was good experience to do something that is a bit out of comfort zone. And as I got to model other time, it was pretty fun.
Are those pictures available somewhere? This is just for our lady viewers.
No, for that guy, it's only private event, you know. Even if the subject was quite spicy.
Yeah, because we thought that when somebody's inviting you to pose naked, obviously it sounds like an hidden OnlyFans kind of money glitch machine.
It's purely artistic.
It's
purely
just for
artistic.
art. Not even for the money, yeah.
Yes, at the time not compared to
pleasure.
Australia. Australia has much more money to offer to that kind of business.
Australia?
Australia, yeah.
Okay. Have you tried it in Australia also?
Yes.
Oh, so you've done in Australia also? Is it like your day-to-day job or something?
It's something that artists do. Like they don't have money, so they try to make it somewhere.
Nice, man.
Okay. You also mentioned about some of the other hobbies that you have. Such as the
other than posing naked.
No. Aside that, you mentioned that you also caught a lobster, which was really fascinating for me. Can you just tell us about that story?
Okay,
shortly.
So that's when
he caught a lobster
in New Zealand. Right?
In New Zealand, yeah, that's like on like recently, like last year. I got to be in New Zealand, and one of the main things you do in New Zealand is diving or surfing. But then surfing, you need waves. So when you don't have waves, then you can dive.
But you also surf, right?
I do surf a bit.
Good.
Yeah, very bad at it. But
I like his lifestyle so much, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have that culture here because it's physically unavailable. Yeah.
Yeah, wave. Now there it's very popular. And yeah, diving is very cool. You just go with your gun, kind of harpoon thing, and that's for fish. But you can also catch lobster that are in the crevice, in the rocks, and you just dive with a bottle and grab them. It's a lot of fight. It's really hard to get. You have to go there, you have to find the antenna, and you have to grab them, and then it's really, really strong underwater. So you have to fight with it to deserve your dinner.
No. So you didn't let it go.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, there's no way to let go the lobster for sure.
That costs $100, you know, the price of a lobster. So you definitely eat it.
Yeah, it's a fucking delicatessen, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you know what you're eating? The lobster that I caught. Doesn't that sound so cool?
And it was cool, yeah. It was cool to bring home the lobster.
Only thing that I don't like about lobsters is that they boil them alive. Do you know that?
Yes.
And I don't know, like for the taste, it has to be alive, but we don't know if they have pain receptors, so we're not really sure if they're feeling or not. But
Are you a vegan, bro?
no, that's not the point. Like I can eat anything.
With
It's just
respect,
the
with
way they
respect.
cook. It just sounds highly unethical. But no,
it's
what are you gonna
harsh.
do, man?
But yeah, I just did it for me.
You have to
so
sacrifice something to get a good taste, right?
fair enough.
Yeah,
That's one of the good story of
I'm
New Zealand.
very curious about life in New Zealand in general and Australia and those exotic, like we call it exotic countries for us. And obviously, Australia, everything is toxic. They have so many sort of animals and sort of insects that I don't even know about. I have a phobia of insects, so.
Yeah.
I'd love to go one day in Australia, but I'm very afraid of those things. And I know that even in the central cities, there are lots of those. So, would you say I should?
I think that's misconception. That
It's a myth.
there is those animals there, but if you go to Sydney or big city,
Sydney, yeah.
it's pretty chill. Like
Okay.
there is nothing much like that.
Nice.
You can stay in the hotel and just be there.
No, but like I was doing some research and
Even in hotels.
like they were saying that even if you're living on the higher floors, like you still get those. And you know me, like you, I'm really afraid of those things.
Yeah, if you want to go to Australia, yeah, you can definitely go to the big city and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Only if you go to
Which
remote.
cities have you been? Sydney?
Yeah, the main one, Sydney. It was just like that. I got the idea of going
Like,
there.
what is the biggest difference between, let's call it like this, between New Zealand, like life in New Zealand, life in Australia, and life in Europe and in US? Like, those are like very different
I didn't
parts
plan
of the
to
world.
go to New Zealand at first. I just thought about Australia for the money.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you think about it, there is only maybe 3 places you can make some money in the world, at least when you are a European and you can move with any job. So there is Canada, maybe Canada.
So only 3 places to make money?
I would say if you don't have any skill, because at the time
you mean
still-
like for low paying jobs, that's where you can hustle, the US, Australia,
Yeah.
and what's the other one?
Switzerland, maybe you can. It's hard to go, but once you are there, then you can make comfortable living. So yeah, for me at the time, I thought about Canada, but then
Too cold, right?
it's harder to get the visa. It's cold. So then the easiest was Australia. So yeah, I just go there on like one night and I take the ticket and next day I'm in Australia and I start making coffee. And
Fun way to live your life when you can make such big decisions so easily, man. Just moving from country to country. That sounds like an alternative timeline for us Georgians. Like we,
Yes, for me it sounds
I think it's a
really,
life for Georgia.
really challenging to make such decisions.
I mean, we usually hear you're kind of attached to your family, to your friends. Like you live most of your life here. You still have this drive to move abroad and I don't know, prove yourself. But you're still kind of nationality is the big part of your identity. So we're not like you know, like you feel like you mentioned before that you don't really feel like French because you've been moving around so much. And if you're Georgian, it's like a curse. You go somewhere else and you feel like
it has always been
Georgian.
hard to feel myself home in France because of opportunity, because it's so hard to do anything. While when I leave France and I go to Australia, for instance, it became so easy. Like everything, you just ask for a job here and there, then you get one, then you can get some extra money from the pose, from the live drawing.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much working.
Live drawing. Okay, so you said it's non-existent here in Georgia. Do you think there's an opportunity to start something like this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think
If it's
people
not something
would be into that?
too weird for
Because
people,
we're looking for interesting business opportunities here.
it's probably a business, for to launch that and
So
artists.
how does that
drawing.
work exactly? Like, can you just make me understand?
So it's different between the place. I think Georgia has a lot of artists that could be interested by that. Australia was different. It was more anybody. So like wedding stuff with like the woman and.
So live painting means that. So what are you doing
It's
exactly?
in Australia, it was just people going there to have fun. I don't care about the art doing something very, very good. It's just going there and having a fun time, maybe a drink, and they were drawing the guy naked.
Oh, you have to be naked.
Oh yeah, you have to be naked when you do live drawing. Yeah, that's one of the things.
Okay. Shit. Well, you really are into nudity, man.
Well, I'm French, you know.
Yeah, that's a good part of being a French. One of the rare good parts of being French. How come everybody hates French? So it's not just me. I know that most European countries, and it's a well-known thing, right?
So
Everybody hates French.
It's hard to say because I am one, so I don't see what is wrong with us.
Why does everybody hate French?
Well, that's my question. I don't know.
I don't hate
because
French.
they are kind of annoying and very snobs and chauvinist also. And I don't want to say like I don't want to overdo
That's
it.
too,
But
yeah, I
they're
think that's
really
over.
unpleasant people and rude.
I think the main reason is because we think we are right most of the time. Like we think we know better or something.
Is that bad? I mean,
No, what I
that's
mean
how
is
we
like-
are Georgians. I mean,
No,
we think
but-
that we
but
are
the
better than
difference
everyone
is-
else.
Like it's fine to think that you're right all the time, but it's not okay for me to
That's actually
to
how
phrase
you
it in
are.
a way. Yeah,
That's
so
actually how
that's
you are.
why
You
I've been
always
getting
think
into
that you're
trouble
right.
most of the time.
Not
right?
because you're Georgian as a Levan.
I know,
as a
I know.
person.
Like my identity, like I tend to do that, but over the time I learned to be more, the soft skills to kind of not to.
To think twice before you will say something.
Yeah, I mean. What I mean is that I'm not the way I used to be like 10 years ago, right? Like
True.
I'm right and you should all obey me or something. I'm not like that. I'm just saying, okay, this is my position. I'm very liberal with my thoughts nowadays. Like I'm trying to be understandable. While as a French, like they make it very clear that, okay, this is my position and you can fuck yourself. Something like that.
All right, that would be like really not small talk. So, Leo, what I'm interested in is you've been doing whatever you're doing for several years already, and also moving from here to there. Do you think that it's time for you to now stop and try
Settle
something
down.
else? Yeah, to settle down. Basically, my question is, what are your plans
Here in Georgia, man.
for
Get a
the-
traditional woman. Why not?
for the future?
Yeah,
What are your plans?
future is very blurry at this time. Sort of.
Your whole life is
mean-
blurry up until now.
Your whole life is
sort
like a
of.
blurred painting, you know?
Oh, yeah, it's just up and down.
Yeah,
And,
the art that we don't understand. That's why.
it's abstract, yes, definitely. No, honestly, I got very lucky to get this job with Weta Workshop. It's very fun. Now it's been a couple of months that I'm working with them. And I have some interest to go working with them on site because they are building actual things. So I want to be able to give feedback on these.
Which is where? So you're still going
In
to
New
move?
Zealand.
I mean, you're still
In
going
New
to move
Zealand.
into
I
New
was
Zealand.
really, really interested in the life in Georgia, in the culture. Maybe in the long term, it could be a place where I want to.
You're welcome anytime, man. We need this
settle.
live painting artist for sure.
Person like you is always welcome. Yeah.
And we need more
with the
nudity in
full
our
clothes
culture.
on, yes, or the naked.
I think about
You're
it. Yeah. No, it's really good to have discovered this culture, so I can have it in mind. I can know about it, and next time.
Would you say you came here for inspiration?
Inspiration, discovering the culture visually and more deeply in what Georgian are doing and how they are. Yeah, that's mainly the main difference with New Zealand. Yeah, I was missing that. In New Zealand, it's good. It's very happy place, but then it's much deeper to meet Georgian people and Georgian culture. It goes much farther, and it feel more like close to my taste.
Ah, okay. So are Kiwis kind of social people, or are they? Yeah.
Yeah, they are social. They are. I think they are always positive people. I think nothing is wrong.
Yeah, happiness level is quite high there, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's that's the main thing I could say about them. So it's very nice people. It has never been as easy to be an artist than there, because everyone is so enthusiastic about the idea of having an artist close by. But yeah, the only thing is I like to have more depth into the place I am. Like if you compare it to Europe has more history, and so has Georgia.
Okay, so you need more depth when looking at something, right? Yeah. So they're kind of surface level human beings, which
it has some part like this. Yeah.
Okay. And to go back to my question, like I understand the difference between New Zealand and some of the European countries. What about US, Europe, Australia? Is Australia very different from New Zealand?
Yeah, it's quite different. Yeah, New Zealand is really a green place. Everyone happy doing their thing. It's a bit like Europe in some way.
Australia or
New Zealand.
New Zealand, okay.
In the architecture and the weather at first. Australia is more like a desert, and it's more about money. Everything is about money in Australia.
Oh shit!
It's bank, it's lawyer. Everything is expensive.
Just they're quite happy still compared to other money-driven cultures, I would say, because the nice geography, probably having beaches
Australian
very close.
people, yeah, they're quite happy, I would say, or maybe in the appearance. It's just that they're working so much they don't care about happiness.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about creating your own family? Has that ever come to your mind? Because you're moving a lot and you're a remotely handsome person, and have you ever thought of creating your own
Are you picturing him when he's posing naked?
Well, he did show us his pictures.
It's not true.
Actually, that's the real reason why he came over in the studio. He wants the naked platform to be built.
Again, yeah, jokes aside. So what about that part?
Do you think you're going to take some pictures of him?
It's going to be expensive. I want the extra.
Okay.
Yeah, family has been in my head. It's something I would like to do eventually. I say it has a lot to do with how I can manage my professional life, so I can be strong enough. Like once I have established myself properly,
Stability, right?
yeah, I think it's something that will come naturally.
Okay.
Because I've been in the position where I really wanted to have a relationship, but then I wasn't stable and I was really trying to get the job in the same time, and then it was a very frustrating situation where you cannot prioritize one because there is the other, and it's gonna impact one or the other.
Yeah, thanks for honest answer. Then that's how actually I feel also.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's life. Basically.
Yeah, stability is important.
It's easy to be without money and on the go every time if you're by yourself. But when you want to be very stable and with someone, then you have to do concession, or you have to be with someone very flexible next to you and very supportive. So that's something.
Yeah, that's rarely happens. Yeah. That rarely happens.
That's a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I was pretty happy overall. Pretty not happy, but pretty. It was
generally happy.
Generally, yeah, it was working my way. Just a couple of times where it was hard to make it work, and but yes, that's what I'm aiming forward, to get more established, more settled life, wherever it is. Actually, I don't really care where I happen to be, as long as it work.
Yeah, that makes sense. There might be some of the artists also who are watching these podcasts, Leo, and especially Georgians. What would be your, let's say, advices that you can give to them how not to get stuck? Because it's really not easy job to have as a primary income, so to speak. And what could be some of the insights that you might give to them?
Well, don't do art.
He's a designer. We spent the whole fucking episode discussing that there's art and there's
No, don't become an artist. Art is very a tough job, and more because before you could just be not even good. Like you just have to be known enough, and nowadays become harder and harder
because of AI.
Because of AI, because of the way the world works, and you have to pick what you like. Like I think it's really about knowing what you really like, knowing what really speak to you. And from the people I know and from me, it's about sticking to it and be as human and as connected to it. So it's not gonna work as before. As you could be any artist, just contact 100 person, and eventually you will get something from one of them. Like AI can do that. Some Indian can do that.
Yeah,
I have nothing against Indian, but that's a stereotype.
Crazy competition out there.
Yeah, so it's much more about being someone that is good to work with. So if you want to be a designer in the entertainment industry, then yes, being very human and connected to this field to show that you understand how it works and you show that it resonates in you and what you can do. And then of course you have to work on your skill, you have to work on your contact, and you have to be very social and everything. But it's much more about how you invest yourself in one specific thing that make you different from the other 1,000 people that try to get the same job.
Yeah. Okay. I think the summary that you gave right now, it's very insightful. Thank you for that. And I think that goes for most of the different types of jobs and kind of lifestyles nowadays, that you cannot be just one, specialized in one thing. You need to be this social, you mentioned, kind of likable person. You need to have an online persona and online presence also. Because it's really tough to make it with just one strong skill. However good you are, it's just not enough nowadays.
And moreover, the jobs that might be taken over by the AI.
Yeah, so the skill doesn't matter anymore. I mean, everybody can learn with a couple of YouTube videos the skill. So it doesn't matter. What matters is you make yourself really indispensable for the job, and it's better to work with you than the computer. Just things like that.
So you need to be a likable person.
Likable person with a twist, with something that you bring on the table, and that you can bring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So more human factors coming in nowadays. Actually, that's it's nice to hear that a lot of our guests are saying the same thing. In this era of strong artificial intelligence. Digital economy, it becomes more and more valuable to have this human connections and be a humane and empathetic person and likable person and social person. So,
I think it matters even more today as there is a rise of AI. AI become much better than the last one with Banana 2. That is crazy. But then
have you checked this Banana AI?
Yes, that's the last
update.
I just used it.
You just lost another job. It's just giving you the exact movie scenes. With you won't be able to make any sort of.
I tried. I had zero understanding what was real and what was the AI.
No, I saw the video where so it was already at the level where we couldn't differentiate, but now it's on the level where it does even better than the already existing edit.
No, it's so specific. So you ask something and it will give you exactly what you want.
Yeah,
that was a bit scary at the time.
Yeah, man, it's really scary.
But yeah, that's why I say that, the tool will evolve, it will become better and better and better, but how can you relate to it and how can you be the ones that use it and just convey it the best to your client?
Sounds good. Last question that we usually ask to all of our guests. Any advice to yourself 10 years ago? Would you have done something differently? Do you regret anything?
Be less personal. I think,
You mean don't take things personally?
Yeah, don't take things personally. Just things happen as it should happen, and it will make sense afterward, as would say McConaughey.
Okay.
Yeah, everything eventually makes sense afterward, but it needs to happen first. It need to suck. You need to fail. You won't have your dream job at the time. What you think is your dream job, you won't have it. It won't work the way you think it should have worked, because sometimes it
I agree to that.
just work better. I think that's the best thing, is to not take things so strongly. It just happened. Okay, leave it.
Just move on. Right?
And move on up to the next task. Just do something.
Yeah, at least you have EU passport, so you can just go wherever you want, which is
already
already good. You need to be grateful at least for that.
I think what I learned those past years was, okay, just try something. What's the worst can happen? Just go there.
You look happy.
It's just funny.
He does look happy, right? So I believe you. Whatever you're saying.
If you can, just try it.
It's funny how many of our guests are saying the same thing in the end. It's just don't take things personally, fail as many times as you can, and just keep moving forward. It's just, I guess the life is very simple when you think about it. It's just nobody knows how to live the simple life. So
you're not AI, so just
there is no main path that you could do 20, 30 years ago. It's all about you take one path every day, and then you do your best.
Good advice.
Thanks so much, Leo. You've been an amazing guest. I hope you stick in Georgia for a longer period of time. But if you don't, bring us more insights from Kiwis and Australians and Americans and definitely not from France and from the UK.
I won't be back in
know
France,
them.
So
You're
fine. You're fine. No.
Actually, the only continent you haven't been or you haven't talked about was Asia. So I don't want to assume. I don't want to make any negative assumptions about that.
It hasn't been on the list yet. Maybe.
So it hasn't unlocked yet. So it's gonna happen maybe in the future. All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks to you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers one more time.
I hope you like the Georgian wine also.
I do love it.
So let Georgian and French wines be friends, maybe.
We can agree on that.
Yeah. And you guys subscribe us if you want to see more internationals. As you might have noticed, we are inviting any sort of people nowadays. And we already had some success in terms of sponsors. So stick around and support us, subscribe, like, and tell your friends that we're the best fucking podcast around Georgia, at least. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.